हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वन कैंडिडेट हैज़ कमेंटेड कि सर आपके वीडियो शुरू होने से पहले ख़त्म हो जाते हैं. Yes, I keep making short videos so that you can understand better and it clears that particular point without emphasizing and stressing on too many things. But yes, it has been pointed out that taking lot of questions independently and clicking each video creates a little bit of problem. So for your convenience, I am compiling few of the questions, few of the videos which you have already made and keep putting them as compiled videos so that you have 5 questions or plus in one video. Siddharth has sent a question. Sir, should we be 100% honest in the interview? If we tell about some bad decisions we have made, will it make a bad impact on the IO? Let us be very clear, whatever bad decisions we have made in life, those are decisions which we cannot change. Now to hide them or not be honest means you are trying to give some lie which is not true. Similarly, you are trying to create something or some story which has not happened. Can you justify that story? To some extent, maybe, but at given point of time, you will get caught. And moment you get caught, let me assure you, none of the interviewing officers will recommend a person who has a tendency to lie. So does this mean that you must be 100% honest? Yes, of course you must. Everybody on earth makes mistake. Mistakes are made so that you learn from it and do not repeat it. There are few mistakes which are not pardonable. Suppose you have raped somebody, you have murdered somebody. Then yes, of course, you should not get recommended. But mistakes, simple mistakes like not scoring well in exams, decisions you took where you had big financial losses, all these things can easily be covered or recovered. So there is nothing wrong in talking about these decisions and what you have learned from it instead of hiding it. Sir, I have no achievements, hobbies and interests. So can I crack the SSB? First of all, remove from your head that you have to crack something. Okay. Mentioning that you do not have any hobbies, any interest or any achievement, is it really justified? Think about yourself. For me, anything which I feel that I have done well is an achievement for me. I got 72% marks in my 10th standard, which was an achievement compared to what effort I had put in. Similarly, I played for my school cricket team. Though I could not score that many runs which I expected, does it mean it is not my achievement? I joined the Air Force. I went for SSB at least. You have been selected to go to SSB by whatever efforts you have done. Is it not an achievement? Being a good person, being a good human being, is it not an achievement? Achievement is perception. Whatever you think you have achieved, talk about that. There is no requirement to have big certificates to show your achievements. It is what you have in you or in your heart which you feel you did good. Similarly, hobbies and interest. What do you mean by hobbies and what are interests? Hobbies are something where you have a little knowledge about it. Some interest, for example, like to listen music or watch TV, read books. These can be interest as well as hobbies. Why hobbies? If you are reading books and you have some knowledge about that particular book, you have learned something out of it, you have analyzed something, then it can be of course your hobby. But otherwise, every human being on earth will have some interest, something which you do in your spare or free time. Talk about it. There is nothing wrong to have simple interest. Like gardening can be my interest, where I just go and put water to the plants. I take care of those plants. Feeding stray animals, it could be my interest. So think about what is your interest, and if you have some more knowledge about it, it can be your hobby. In PIQ form, it is hobby stroke interest in one line you have to write. Do not try to discriminate between these two. Write whatever you have done and whatever you do in your free time. If there is any grammatical mistake in story, is it problem makes in SSB some stage like PPDT and TAT or etc. Thank you, sir. You are giving knowledge free without cost. Okay. Look, Tirupati, first of all, how important is your grammatical knowledge in English? Yes, if you make less mistakes, it is always better. But if you are not very fluent or conversant with English and you have studied in a medium which is not really English, then yes, we are all bound to make grammatical mistakes. We cannot be Shashi Tharoors, okay, where what we speak in English is understood by the elite only. Our interest should be to make the other person understand. If you achieve that much, that is more than sufficient. If your feelings and emotions, what you want to express, is expressed in the same way as you want it to be and understood in the same way by the assessor, then having few grammatical mistakes does not really matter. You may make mistakes. There is absolutely no reason to be ashamed of it or to be very afraid, because grammar is not really checked. What is your intention behind writing what you have written is more important. Could I use hand gestures in SSB interview for effective communication? Being a defense aspirant, when I practice for SSB interview, hand gestures come normally in front of mirror. I can be a statue or rigid in front of IO. Please clarify my doubt, sir. Dhanesh, you are absolutely right in using few hand gestures. Please watch various videos that we have put. We have clarified lot of doubts here. So I suggest that before putting your questions and comments, go through all the videos and then put comments on that particular video. I will reply to each and every comment. And yes, whatever questions I feel that we can take up in general so that everybody can get benefited, we will be doing videos on that. Hand gestures are extremely important to convey in the interview. At SSB, very few parts of the body which you can move. Legs, of course, you cannot move, right? The upper portion of the body or the torso, you cannot move much. So, which are the portions that you can move? One is hands. How much you should move? Simple enough so that you are able to convey your meaning. Do not go all across the world moving your hands to express and shout and do. Not required. Okay. Yes, when you feel that you want to stress on something, you must do that. Do not try to show fingers at the interviewing officer. Sir, you told me this. It does not really gel well or go along well. Few hand gestures, yes. Other parts, eyes, lips, these are the things. Your face, they will move. Your neck, a little, yes. Do not overdo something. Few hand gestures are always okay. Good morning, sir. As per your advice, I did not prepare anything for SSB, but in the interview, I went blank. So, is my approach correct? Thank you. Kumar, what I mean by saying that you should not prepare for the SSB means that you should not try to take the questions available on the internet. What are the various questions asked, and then try to write down the answers for that, mug it up and try to produce that. It does not mean that you should not introspect or think about your life, what all things you have done, mistakes you have made, good things which you did in your life, which you have to present during the interview. It cannot happen that you go there and they ask you, tell me Kumar, who are your best friends? And then you start thinking, Arey, who is my best friend? Is that possible? You must know about yourself. That is the homework which you should do. Watch the video, being prepared versus preparing, that we have put, and you will understand more about this. Do keep watching, like, share and subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you get regular updates. Thank you. Jai Hind.